couple weeks ago, I mentioned persistence. There's persistence, and then there's the struggle against offensive engineering. This is my daughter's 2006 Ford Focus. The thermostat housing started leaking. You see right here the seal. And from what I've read online, they made this out of nitrile and not Viton. Nitrile's good up to 200 degrees, 250 degrees, and it starts deteriorating, especially after long repeated use. Viton will hold up to 400 degrees. So why in a cooling system that's made to run 210 degrees would you use a nitrile seal? What gets worse is it's there. In order to get the water pump or the thermostat housing out, I had to pull the power steering pump. In order to pull the power steering pump, I had to pull the headlight. In order to pull the headlight, I had to disconnect the bumper. I was able to cheat that a little bit and just slide in through the bottom here. And then also I had to pull the belt, which requires taking two pans off the bottom. An awful lot of wrenching. Not easy wrenching. Matter of fact, I had to cut down an 18mm wrench in order to get the fitting out of the bottom of the power steering pump. This could have been made a lot easier. Looking at it, it was not made with any forethought to maintenance. And I understand manufacturers want you to bring the vehicles to them, or in the case of this Focus, I think it's more along the lines of they're hoping that it fails on you, the thermostat housing, and it trashes the engine. This goes to the junkyard and you come to them and buy another car. I wouldn't buy another one of these. And furthermore, who wants to work on something like this? They're losing technicians in the field fast because they're doing more and more of this stupid stuff. At some point in the future, you're not going to be able to find anybody who's willing to work on these. And they're going to want you to buy new cars all the time. And they're not going to get any cheaper. And it's not sustainable. It's not going to happen the way they dream it's going to happen. I would love to see a $500 tax on every car that goes to the junkyard paid by the manufacturer. You want to see cars get reliable real quick or easy to work on real quick? Because, I've got Way Cool Jr. over here. You know how easy it is to do repairs on that truck compared to this? And it's not, it's higher technology. We're trying to cram more stuff in small space. There is some element to that, but a lot of it is just bad planning. They could have made this accessible. I've worked on military equipment for years, and there's some stuff that's, very difficult to work on. But, when the Air Force buys equipment, they take into consideration maintenance costs. And how easy it is to repair something. They want quick engine changes. They actually, want the manufacturer to show them that you can change an engine on a jet fighter in, a 4 hours, half a shift. If you can do that, then that's a selling point to the Air Force. Why isn't maintenance a selling point to consumers? Why isn't reliability a major luxury anymore? Just some questions. I'm a little frustrated right now, and I'm probably just venting, but this is bad engineering. And it may have been led by the accounting, but the engineers need to learn to grow some cojones and tell the accountants, no, you're going to shoot our reputation. Let's make this serviceable. The side effect of that is, if kids learn that they can actually turn wrenches on their car and fix things themselves, they'll be interested in it. And, you'll lose some sales to people who are going to fix their own stuff instead of bringing it to you. But you also end up with technicians who can do the work and charge. Right now, you go to a dealership and the average technician has less than 4 years in the field, and they don't know what they're doing, and it's hurting their reputations. As a technician, 26 whatever years ago, I was earning $13 a flag hour, and the shop was charging $75 a flag hour. I was getting, less than a fifth of what they were charging. And meanwhile, I was getting statements saying that, the corporate earnings, the profit from the dealer, from the service centers was, it was 55% profit. If customer came to the door, spent $1,000, $550 of that was pure profit for the corporation. My pay came out of the $450 that was expenses. So I knew I was getting screwed, and I got out of that business. So somebody's making a ton of money off of making this fail on you. And they don't realize that they're cutting their own throats in the future.